we're back, I think. It's not quite bi-weekly, but we actually got like a real update. It feels weird. Like it shouldn't feel weird, but it feels weird. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you might be wondering what this black goo is on me, and yeah, this gets forced onto your character now if you use monster form for some reason. So like I'll go into the regular form, then I'll go to monster form. That's really janky. Look at that. Oh, so that's why you have this thing. It kind of reminds me of the Deku move from Heroes Battlegrounds. It doesn't seem to do much damage. 13%, that's it? So I assume you can do like... Okay, you can do that. Okay, you can't hit it from the down slam, but you can do uppercut. Maybe like... do that. And we got the first finisher for this moveset. Pretty cool. I will say this character felt kind of weird without a fourth move. Like you would use some attacks and you just couldn't really finish a combo how you'd like, at least for me. So I wonder what it's like now. I don't think that was true, but it was pretty powerful. But forget this though, we gotta look at the real important part of this update. If you hated Child Emperor just like I did, rejoice. Your prayers have been answered. Child Emperor is now nerfed, and the two most annoying moves were gutted. At least that's what the update log says, so let's actually look at that. I think they watched my video because the nerfs are kind of perfect. They're like exactly what I complained about. So Weboom now does less damage, it doesn't go through block, and its range and duration have been decreased. Let's test the range thing first. I guess the problem is I never tested it before like this, so I guess let's do that. It's still long, but it's a slight decrease. Still does around like 16.5%. I think this is acceptable. I still think it's a little bit high though. I'm just saying. I don't think this move deserves anything. I think it should burn, but this is the most important part. This is by far the most significant nerf for this move. Before it would get ragdolled, and now it just gets knocked back. So you can actually counter this move without having to waste one of your own moves. Finally. Thank you. And Twin Burst also got a very significant nerf. So usually, even when you block it, you get knocked down. You get knocked down for a long time too. But now they've made it so when you get knocked down, it's only for a very slight second. So you can still get up and react and all that. So you can see it basically immediately gets up. So you're not stuck there for a gazillion years because some Xbox player sniped you from all the way over there. Apparently Monster Garo's third move went past counters. I wish I was told that so I could have abused it before it got removed, but this move, it can be countered now, apparently. That's news to me. Lately people have been getting a little bit uptight about these new emotes that have been added. They haven't really been available to the public for most of the update previously, but just a few days ago they started to come out, and essentially people are afraid that these are pay to win. So essentially, there's a few emotes in the game that give you like a little friend here. It'll choose someone off of your friends list. I'm not sure who this is, but clearly I did not get a high roll. But they'll follow you around, and when you attack someone, they also play animations. People are calling this pay to win because they get confused about being hit by two people, and they're not sure if it's a real player or not, because the person is different every time. Now I have Infu as my stand, and you can see he attacks, but he doesn't do any damage, and he doesn't do any stun. It's very confusing until you get used to it. But I guess you don't have to get used to it now because they added a button where you can just disable companion attacks. So it plays on my screen, but if that was a real person, on their screen, this companion would just be standing there. It wouldn't be attacking. So if you're scared of this, I guess you're not gonna die. There's no pay to win in this game. There never has been, and you're gonna live a happy and prosperous life. I kind of like these though because they give you like a friend to hang out with, because like we're not all the same. We don't all have the same amount of friends. Maybe we don't have any friends at all. So you can just call a friend in and fight with someone, you know? They're not really there, but it's like how you make imaginary friends as kids. Although now you're older, and it might be classified as a mental illness if this was real life, but this is Roblox, so you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. 800 Robux. I just noticed that. Oh, you know it. Okay, this looks pretty sick. We got the Dragon Ball representation in a big game. No way. And I'm pretty sure this has like blocking effects. So if you get attacked, it like dodges. It's so cool. So you're not actually dodging the attack, you're just blocking. I'm not blocking here, but the second I start blocking. So if you see someone dodging, they're not actually dodging. It's fine. Now if they're dodging without this aura, then you have a problem. You gotta look into that. I was gonna do the other emote. What are you doing, man? So if I do this... this is so cool. This is so good. What was that supposed to be? You trying to aura farm? Get over here. So this is basically the same deal. It's just a fake stun. I'm pretty sure this has a finisher too, if I'm correct. Yep. Is this worth 800 Robux? No. Okay, for this to work, I have to not lose. Uh-oh. Ugh. Get over here, buddy. Oops. Wait, you can ragdoll out of it that quickly? I didn't know. And now... You're mine. Arise. How does it feel? How does it feel? Okay, let's see if this works. Come on. Having trouble? Having trouble? I want to use the Doom Dive finisher so bad. Hold on. Almost. Okay, got it. No. So that's basically it. That's everything. Was it worth 3 weeks? I don't know. All I care about is the fact that we're getting updates at all. And I'm sure that's all you care about too. There's also a few things that happened in the last update that for some reason got absolutely no attention at all. And that's the fact that KJ and Frozen Soul got completely wiped from public servers. And I'm talking about free KJ, not the paid one, because that's still there, don't worry. All the very smart people who blew their money on this, they still have KJ, don't worry. But us poor people cannot use it in a public server anymore. I feel like it should have had a proper send-off, considering we waited, like, half a year for it. They at least could have been like, enjoy KJ, it's getting removed in the next update, have your fun. But no. And they did the same thing with Frozen Soul. There's no warning that Frozen Soul disappeared. I don't know, it just feels a little bit wrong. I think it's good that they got removed. I just wish they went about it in a better way. But there is one person that's really good at giving send-offs, and that is me. Take a look at this lovely picture. This does mean something. Now have a nice day.